Welcome back, and this is my last session for today. After my session, Gedins Thagila will also have one session. So, in this session, actually the plan was Gedins Thagila and I were going to share with you some of the useful websites and apps for English learning, and for the fourth session we wanted to address the questions received from students and teachers. But though, like in the previous week, we shared our email IDs asking you to send us if you have any questions. So, we wanted to address those questions in the last session, but it's, you can say, unfortunate to inform that we didn't receive any email about questions. So, like we as teachers do in class, we tell the students when they have no questions to ask, there can be only two possibilities or possible things. Either you have understood everything, right, or you haven't understood anything, right. So, I don't know which one I should assume, but I will just look at the positive side, thinking that you have understood all the lessons that we have covered so far. So, there's just one question I found in a comment section yesterday. There was one viewer who wanted to look forward to have, you can say, have a revision on a narrative writing in terms of first person, second person and third person. So, I would like to address that question. So, two of the questions I already answered yesterday, because that was more related to the topic that was covered yesterday. So, one of the viewers asked about narrative writing in terms of first, second and third person. So, before I continue with the topic, that is the sharing of websites. So, I would like to address that question, right. The question about narrative writing. Okay. So, the question was narrative writing in terms of first person, first, second and third person. See, though in my sessions on narrative writing, I have in a way discussed about some of the, you can say, I have also given some sample narrative writings, right, fictional narrative, personal narrative, and I remember telling the students that personal narrative is usually written in the first person when you are sharing your sharing something that has happened to you, right, and especially when that is non-fictional, right, when you happen to share an incident that happened to you, a sort of experience you have had. So, you use, you can say I, me, my. So, because these are, as you can say, the first person experience, you are writing in the first person because you are the one who is narrating the story that has happened to you, right. So, usually in novels you find narrative writing written in the first person, because the narrator, the author is the narrator, the things had happened to the author, right. But see, third person. So, sometimes you will also see third person. So, third person is, you can say, another person who is narrating. It can be the, if it is a story or sort of a video, it can be the camera who is watching everything. Okay. So, third person in a way understands everything, right, whether it is a person or whoever, if the author, you understand, you know what the protagonist of the story is going through, how he or she is thinking, everything, right. So, sometimes there is you can say a sort of confusion between whether you need to adopt the first person form or the third person. So, because people have different view, some feel that when you write in the first person, readers can empathize with you, reader can resonate with you, connect with you, they will have more feelings generated towards you, and so they will remain glued to your write up. But then there are others who feel that writing in the first person is more, you can say, objective in a way, and you can say readers may not be able to kind of connect, thinking that you are narrating everything from your perspective, from your angle, how you are feeling, right. So, you are the one, right, who are going through all this. So, only your perspective is given importance, right. So, the second person is like maybe another character in the story, not the protagonist. Okay, the events that had happened to the main character or someone, the second person, the other person is narrating, right. So, if you look at different storybooks, you happen to find sometimes the story is written as if the author is telling his or her own story, and sometimes you happen to see another person is narrating a story of another person, right. One person is narrating story of another person. So, the one who is narrating has not experienced the things, but he had seen in a way, right. So, first person, second person, third person, right. So, if you in a way usually like in the verb tenses also you have first form, second form, third form. So, first person is usually the one who is actually experiencing everything, and you are narrating the whole account through your eye, in a way, your perspective, you are explaining. Whereas, second person is, you can say, another person narrating your story, right. And then third person may not be the part of the story, okay. It can be another one who had been watching everything going on. I hope that in a way gives you an idea, or helps you get started with how to look at, okay, where to go, okay. So, next I will be focusing on the websites, okay. So, okay. So, some of the suggestive websites. So, you have this Khan Kids, right, Khan Academy Kids. So, if you click on the link, so you will see this Khan Academy Kids, and what you will find is, you will see, okay, you have the Khan Academy Kids mobile app, you have resources for learning at home, you are a teacher, you have teacher tools, okay, and so this is our announcement. So, you have Camp Khan Kids, language translations, right. So, this is something you can, so here you will have a printables, worksheets, okay, and teachers can in a way search this, okay, to help their children, okay. So, this is one. So, if you look at, okay, what happened? Okay. So, if you click here, okay, again there is, okay, Cambridge English, okay. So, here you can just see, okay, if you are learning English, okay, what are the resources here for if you want to teach, say for teachers, professional development, resources for teachers, okay, it's about the blog and news, okay. So, if you click here, see you have the free activities, sorry, for parents, teachers. So, you will see this. So, if you click here, you will get free activities for young learners. So, if clicking this, see free writing practice, here you can write and improve your, you can say writing skills, okay. For parents, you can get free resources, it's dictionary here, language skills, okay. So, this is one website I just wanted to share with you, okay. And so, this one for Audible, you can say stories, okay, like you talk about audiobooks, okay. So, if you click on the link, what you will get is, okay, see Audible Stories. So, you click here and you can choose, Okay, which story you want to read? Hear My Story, Teen, Harry Potter, Timeless Lessons, Folk and Fairy Tales for All, okay, for elementary, right? Or you can just search looking at the picture of the book. So if I just want to look at Folk and Fairy Tales, so you have Little Red Riding Hood, The Three Little Pigs, okay. So which one you want to read? Okay, we keep talking about, okay, fables. You have the Esl fables here. So English fairy tales, you can say, if you say suppose you want to read this Little Mermaid, okay, read, sorry, or listen. Okay, you click it and then you'll start listening.
This is Audible.
The Little Mermaid, read by Tamsin Greig. Far beneath the deepest ocean, there was once a beautiful underwater city where the Mer people lived. In the middle of the city stood the palace of the Mer King. The palace walls were made from finest coral, and the windows were cut from pure amber. The roof was tiled with 1,000 oyster shells, which would open and shut with the changing currents to reveal bright, glittering pearls.
How you can
In the
go
palace,
through, right?
the
So
widowed
if you
Mer King.
go back. You want to read other stories, you can click on. Okay, so there are so many stories that you can listen to, right? So this one is a very good website. Okay, so next, so these are especially for you can say younger students. Okay, so if you click on this one, Coloring Colorado, I would say Coloring Colorado. So here you have this teaching ELS for families. You can search for books and authors. You have videos. Okay. So resource library is here. Okay. So you can search for different resources from this website. Okay. Ideas for English language learners, right? So teaching English language. So families, help your children learn to read. Okay. Learning together at home, preschool years, okay, when your child need extra help, resources for parents of teens. Say suppose if I click this, so you can just browse through. So my cursor is playing. See, parent tips, okay, for parents who are you can say of struggling adolescent writers. So if you just look at the home page menu, you can look at different, you can say topics, and then you can browse, right? So this one is also helpful. Okay, now this one, this is you can say full of this is from YouTube channel, so Esl Games. Okay, if you just click this is especially for younger kids. Okay, see, and then when you click the link, you will get this.
Welcome back to Language Tutorials. So we're going to play the divider. First you've got to ask your kids, do you like, and then
So here
use
in
the
this
food
you
cards
can
to
say
say
channel,
if
you
they
will
do
get
like or if
different
they don't
games, okay, for ESL learners. Okay, that means English as a second language learner. So you can just
Come on kids, let's play. So,
right,
do you like
and then you see
bananas? So, do you like bananas? No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Very good. Okay, on to the next one. Bread. Do you like bread? Do you like bread? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Very good.
Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Are you ready to go to London?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Okay, where do you want to go?
Well, my name's Ben, so I want to go to Big Ben.
Oh, great. Okay. Can you breathe?
Yes, I can.
Can you see?
No.
Good. Okay, class. Ben, where do you want to go?
Big Ben.
I want.
I want to go to Big Ben.
Good, Ben. Okay, class, you're going to help Ben go to see Big Ben. Give me your hand, Ben. There we go. Now, wait just a second. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
You're going to start from here, and the class is going to give you directions.
Okay.
Go straight. Keep going, keep going. Go left. Go right. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All the way. Keep going. Go right. Go straight. Oh, no, sorry, go left. Keep going, keep going. There you go. Stop.
Okay, so this is another, you can say, website, myenglishteacher.eu. Okay, this one is really nice. So you can just look at the menu here, learn English, vocabulary, grammar, quiz, infographics, idioms. Okay, so if you say, suppose you want to look at the vocabulary section, okay, see, clever and smart, the same thing. Okay, what does singularity mean? So you can look at search. Okay. What is different between tutor and teach? Okay, say suppose if we click this, okay, then you get the answer. Okay. Okay, clever and smart are close synonyms. Okay, so a detailed explanation of everything, right? The difference between clever and smart, then clever and witty. Okay, so vocabulary. So if you want to, okay, if you want to look at, you want to ask some questions related to grammar, you can click this. If you want to have a quiz, you can click this, right? So next we have, okay. So this one is also very helpful. I often refer this website, right? British Council. See, this one is especially for teens, okay, teenagers, and then you have the same website for kids as well, okay. So you have the language skills, right? Speaking, listening, reading, writing. You have the grammar, vocabulary related to exams, okay. So you have magazine. So we will focus more on, okay, say suppose if we want to have something on reading, okay, for skills, okay, writing, let's say suppose. Okay, practice and improve your writing skills for your school studies and your English exams. So beginner, okay, are you a beginner? So you have the detailed explanation here, right? You can go and check the links. Here, elementary A2, B1, B2, advanced, okay, right. Then you can check for vocabulary, grammar, beginner grammar, intermediate grammar. Okay, this one is also a helpful website. Okay, and next we have, now this one is for kids. Okay, britishcouncil.org. The previous one was for teens, and this one is for kids, maybe. So class 5, 6 students, they can refer to this. Okay, and here you have, say, listen and watch, read and write. It's more like an app here, okay. Speak and spell, grammar and vocabulary, fun games, and you have print and make. This one is for parents. So English courses for children aged 6 to 17, helping your child, okay. Resources, apps, so you have everything. So you want to read a story here, watch a video, listen to a song, find a course. Okay, say suppose you want to listen to a song. Okay. Okay, see which song. Okay, let's listen to the song of superheroes, right? Amazing superheroes.
run faster than a train. She can spin around and make it rain. He can jump higher than a tree. She can turn invisible and gets in free. She's amazingly tall. He can see through walls. She can fly into space. They can watch television in someone else's place. We're amazing superheroes and we've all got superpowers. We're amazing superheroes and we've all got superpowers. We're here to save the world. He can swim underwater for an hour. She can shrink and hide inside a flower. He can live for elephants at one time. They all help us out by fighting crime. We're amazing superheroes and we've all got superpowers. We're amazing superheroes and we've all got superpowers. We're here to save the world.
Okay, so this one is really helpful and interesting, I could say. Okay. Yes. So again, this is my englishteacher.au. Okay, here, because remember in my last session yesterday I talked about short and long vowels, phonetics. Okay, then I talked about IPA, isn't it? IPA chart. So this website is particularly helpful if you want to develop your phonetic skills and if you want to understand the different symbols used for different sounds. So this one is really helpful. Okay, see phonetics, consonant, vowels. Okay, you have IPA chart, International Phonetics Association. I think. See, yesterday this was the one I used in my presentation yesterday. Okay, the symbol. So you have, see, on the right side you can also see formal and informal email, linking words, sentence connectors, types of adverbs, right? See, you will get, okay, voicing. So here this one will help you whether a sound is voiced or voiceless, right? So these are the symbols. Like yesterday I was talking about this th sound and the sound, right? So in this particular, you can say, see, you have all the details about the consonants and then see the symbols. Okay, the b sound, the p sound, pen, spin, tip, happy. So you have the detailed description of all the consonant sounds here. J. Okay, yesterday I was talking about this particular sound or symbol. So here, right, the consonant sounds. Okay. So and then we have, see, the vowel sounds. Okay. The symbols, right? So everything is here, right? So I think this will be very helpful if you can go through this, right? And you can also look for vocabulary, grammar, quiz, idioms. Okay. Say suppose if you want to look for, okay, some grammar part. See, verb and noun collocations. Okay, you have. Then adverbs and affirmation, okay, negations, so we have quiz. So if you had a question like is gracefully an adverb of manner, right? So let's look at one. Okay, say suppose if we wanted this. Verb plus noun collocation, 36 examples of verb plus noun collocations. Okay. See, so you have all this. So you can download the PPT. Okay. So I think these are, you can say, not all, but some of. So these are some of the websites I wanted to share with you. And then you have, you can say, apps, okay, like where you can make your children or the students can read different stories. You have VOOKs, VOOKS, okay. Okay, here you can just read so many stories, okay, animated stories are there. You have Audible Stories also. So there are, see, if you just you Google out, you will find so many different websites. And then you can also you can search in YouTube, where you will have, you can say, different channels which you can say where the English teachers focus on teaching different things. So you can always search for keep learning, right? I wouldn't be able to share all the websites, so I just thought of bringing some websites so that you get an idea, okay? And because some more websites and apps Gideon's Nargila will share with you after this session. So before I wind up, I just want to say I assume that you all are here. So we have right from June 22nd, when we first started this online English classes. So we were, you can say, very uncomfortable in standing in front of camera. Even now, it's not that we are very comfortable, but now we have started assuming that children, okay, the students are watching us, okay. So we are trying to visualize you all, and we really hope that the lessons we have taken so far will be of some help. And since it will be all, they are all saved, right, in Tibettv's Facebook page as well as YouTube channel, so they are easily accessible. So you, whenever you want to go through, you can search. And we have, see, in the last 8 weeks, Gideon's Thargela and I have in total taken 64 sessions, 32 each, okay. And we have tried to cover all the, you can say, topics that we feel are very important in order to develop your language skills, right. So you can say, even like I'm happy to say that there are teachers also who find our lessons very helpful. So this would be my request to the teachers to please review the lessons and make sure that the students who have missed the lessons, they can access those lessons through you, right. So right now we are all in a very difficult situation, I do understand, but it's a teamwork, right, because the very purpose is to help our children develop their language skills. And I'm very hopeful that the teachers on their, you can say, in their respective schools, they are really working hard. So Gideon's Thargela and I, on behalf of the committee, are trying to, in a way, help the teachers as well as the students. And so I thank you all for bearing with me and Gideon's Thargela, because the sessions we have taken so far is usually from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So it's a long session, right? And unlike a normal classroom situation where teacher doesn't talk that much, we, in a way, you can say, plan some activities where students can participate. So here, since we are in front of camera, it's very difficult. We only have to do the whole talking, and without knowing whether the students are understanding or not, right? But we are helpless in a way. We only, it's like the teachers like us giving all sorts of information, right? It's very difficult to monitor. It's very difficult to assess whether you are understanding or not, but we assume that you will make an attempt to work on, right? And see, the most challenging thing, right now, even right now, when I am just looking in front of the camera, I assume the camera is one of my students smiling at me, responding back, ma'am, yes, I understood, or I didn't understand that part, ma'am, would you please repeat? So I'm not getting all this response, but we just assume that the students are, in a way, kind of benefited from the lessons we have taken so far, right? And I would also like to thank Chatubla and other crew member of Tibettv for bearing with us for all the lessons throughout the day, right? So thank you so much, and I request you to please keep learning, right? Read more books, develop your language skills. So if you do more reading, your writing will improve, and listen, right, so that your spoken English is also improved, right? Please, please, please make an effort, right? And so I wish you all a happy and healthy stay. Thank you.